Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta for TnyToe's Rat Rescue. In the last episode we got the final tablet from the Elemental Dungeon, the Water Elemental Dungeon. We also got the Leviathan summon. I'm going to recharge the Magic Lantern so I can show off that Leviathan summon. So that's one of the things that we want to do before we head to the Interdimensional Rift. We also want to visit, there's a psychic who kind of tells us a bunch of stats about our adventure, including the treasure. That's how you can tell if you got the 100% treasure. We haven't gotten it yet because we still have to go through the Interdimensional Rift. And the void, so there's some treasure there, but we get a good bearing on how well we're doing. We also want to unlock the remaining 3 legendary weapons, and I want to go back to the second elemental shrine, the Wind Shrine, because there's an enemy there that you can steal the Mirage Vests off of, and I want to have 4 Mirage Vests, so I need 3 more for a future fight. I'm just trying to do some planning, so we're going to head to Kuza Castle and get those remaining 3 legendary weapons. And none of them are, well, we can use the one. We'll actually be giving it to Lenna, our blue mage, because it boosts pretty much every element, I believe, other than holy and air. So it might help her blue magic spells. So I think it's one of the wands, so. But the staff, no one can use it, and no one can use this, the Fire Lash. So that's a whip that can potentially cast Fire 3 when used. And the other one, there's a Sage Staff. I think that boosts the power of Holy. It's for like white magicians, and remember Holy's the ultimate white magic. So you can kind of have a good offensive white magic caster with that. And then I forget what the name of the wand is, but we're gonna pick that up here real quick. So we could have picked it up earlier, but the Magus Rod, there we go. We could have picked it up earlier, but we were mainly using Sildra and Arrow 3, so the Arrow Knife was boosting them up, but. And with that, we have unlocked all the 12 legendary weapons. Most of them we never even used, and we actually sold pretty much all of them. We're gonna sell 2 of these. We'll sell the Fire Lash and the Sage's Staff. Not gonna need them, so. Alright. Let's put Lenna in the back row. She's gonna be mainly whatchamacallit, you know, casting spells, so we'll give her the flee ability, so if we get to some you know, bad encounter, we can just run away from it, so. Mainly because we're going to the, like I said, we're going to the second elemental dungeon. So there'll be some encounters that we don't want to run into, so that way we can just flee from them, and that way we'll only be fighting the encounters we want. So, see ya, scholars. Thanks for everything. Mainly the free healing water. So, alrighty. Let's go grab Boko. We have to use him, remember, to get to the top of Istery Falls. And that's where we're going to recharge our Magic Lantern. So, we'll charge it, use it twice so I can show off the Leviathan summon, and then we'll go back, recharge it again. So, there'll be a few times we can use it in the Interdimensional Rift. So, mainly for one of the super bosses, we'll want to use it to fight him. So, shrink. Alrighty, we can also use one of the forms on the final boss, but. Alright, let's recharge. All you have to do is head back to where you got it. You get that little blue light, and that means the lamp is recharged. So now it'll start once again at Bahamut and then work its way down back to the egg chop. So, alright, let's see off that Leviathan summon here. So we're just gonna get into 2 fights real quick here. Show you that it's recharged up. Yep, we recharged it. Now we use it. It'll be Bahamut. He'll pop up. There we go. Yep, see, right there. Mega Flare. Wow. We're summoning him just to take out 2 little bulls. He's probably like really disappointed. He's like, alright, I'm gonna fight a big enemy. What? 2 bulls? Oh. Yeah. He's like, I'm going back to bed. No. Here we can put back in the lamp because we're gonna recharge it up. So. I just show off, like I said, Leviathan, then we'll go recharge it up. we only want to get into a fight. We can't get into one. So... one bull's down. So now Leviathan's only gonna get to take out one bull. Yeah, pretty much like I said, just he shows a sprite and does that tidal wave that he does when we're fighting him, so... But I still wanted to show it off, because like I said, I think I missed it last time. When I was getting to the Odin summon, I didn't show that summon on screen, so... If I did, well, you saw it again twice, so... I don't even remember. I have a short-term memory, I'm a rat! What can you say? I'm sorry. Alright, but I did remember to charge up the lantern again. Now we're gonna go back to our airship. And like I said, we have to go, whatchamacallit, visit that psychic, and then we're going to go to that shrine to get that extra treasure, so. Let's run around. Back to our happy little airship. There's Tool. Hey, we can sell those remaining legendary weapons at Tool. Why not? I said I was thinking about selling them there anyway, but then I decided to sell them at Carwin. That's also a first world town, so, you know, they'll be easily accessible if we ever need them again. How these people are like, you know, it's just a small little town. How do they have all the money to, you know, buy all this stuff? So, I don't know. We won't need these thunder rods anymore. We got a better axe, so we can sell the rune axe. So, arrow knife, don't need that. Just empty up our inventory. So, after we go through the rift, we'll come out to check the treasure amount, and we can probably buy a whole bunch more elixirs. So, for the super boss, another legendary weapon, the assassin's dagger we just sold right there. So, there's the don't need the guard ring, fire lash, or the sage's staff. So, yep, he raises the power of holy. Alright, we are looking pretty good. Alrighty. So let's go back to our multiple purpose vehicle, an airship, ship, submarine. Wow, that's really amazing. We don't even have one of those in real life, but they have it in this fantasy world. So, look. Head over here, and you go to basically to the south of Karnak, and you just land, and there's a little shrine underneath the ground, and we got this little psychic there, and he tells you stuff about your journey, so all the battles, how many monsters we've defeated, average experience for our characters, and treasure percentage. So we're in the 90s, so that looks pretty good. So, alright, still got 9% of the treasures left in the game to get. So, well, there's quite a bit of treasure in the rift, so some good treasure too. So, shrink. Alrighty, now we're gonna go steal some stuff from the monsters. I'm gonna go basically point out the monster, I'll get into a fight with the monsters, show you where they're at, where you can locate them easily, and then after that I'll just get the items off screen, and then I'll come back. So, heading back to the second shrine here. This is the one that had all those air ducts in it. Save just to be safe. Head on through. Over to the left. A few rooms in is where we're going to be able to find the monster. So, I think the Oshio Shore. It's the one that looks like the jackanapes. So we want to hit the switch on the left, and when we're leaving the thing, we want to hit the switch on the left again to make it go up. That takes us back to the beginning, so I'll be doing that off screen. But, got a save point here. And then the room to the next one is where we're going to find the monster at, so. And he can appear in 3 different groups. He can appear with the damned enemy. He can appear in a group of 5. And he can appear in a group like this one right here with a sword dancer and an executor. So it's that Oshio sword monster up there, the red gremlin. Oshio Rare. I totally was misreading his name. I just call him the Red Goblin. So yeah, his common steel is a high potion, so you might have to take, a few, fights to actually get it. But, you know, sometimes, like I said, when they come in groups of 5, it's not that bad. I think it only took me like 7 minutes to get the other 3, so... But that'll be good for a future boss battle. I'm trying to think of strategies already for it. So, and Faris there just learned and mastered the ranger job, which means to see everybody has learned all 4 of their jobs. You see, when they master a job, they get the like 3-star crown above their head. So, yep, all the 4 of the jobs that we are allowed to use in this playthrough, we have learned. And those are the only jobs that we can learn, so... So, alright, we got the Mirage Vests, and now it's time to head to the Interdimensional Rift. So, it's just where Tycoon Castle used to be, which is to the northeast of that second dungeon. We get a little cutscene here where we get pulled into the rift. What's that? The rift! Can't fight it, we're being sucked in. Good, we get a free ride. Here we go! We're pulled into the rift. The rift just basically consists of a whole bunch of different sections from previous dungeons. It's like a mishmash of, you know, old dungeons. I wonder if that's where they kind of maybe got the idea for Kefka's Tower in the next game. So, start off in this desert. The enemies here are basically, we got the Dome Chimera from the First World Desert, and we also got mainly the monsters from the desert around the Phoenix Tower and North Mountain in this world. So... the Land Riders, the Ankegs, and the Ammonites. So, once we get here, we get a little cutscene, and all the monsters of the Rift, the boss monsters. For 1,000 years, we have been sealed in the Rift. Once Ethics obtains the power of the Void, our new world, a world of darkness, will be born. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. You've been a Thornwood XX side for long enough. The Void will be your burial ground. Wahaha. And now we go into a thing that kind of reminds you of the Ronka Runes. So, we're going to run around. We have 4 new enemies we encounter in this section. Each kind of new section of the dungeon has new type of enemies, so... we have the Death Dealer there. He's the guy in the middle. He looks like the clown. Susceptible to level 3 flare. So, actually a lot of enemies are going to be susceptible to level 3 flare. We're going to get a good workout with that spell. So, look. And he's finished. Nice. Alright. Cottage. A lot of treasure here. Alright. There's the grenade. Not susceptible to a level 3 flare, but... we can use a level 3 flare to take out that Death Dealer there. You can tell if a thing's going to be monsters level 3 flare. You basically add the 10s and the 1s digit, and if it's divisible by 3, then it's you can hit it with level 3. So for instance, that guy is 4 plus 7 would be 11. That's not divisible by 3. But I think the grenades were 48, so 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 is divisible by 3, so it's susceptible to level 3 flare. That's like an old math trick, I remember, so... Clink! Alrighty. We're gonna hit up the chain on the right to get some treasure. Chain in the middle is a dead end. So after we get this treasure, we're gonna head back down. Elixirs, those are good. They're still expensive, you can only buy them in Mirage. Well, actually, I'm gonna be going into Mirage, so... here's the remaining 2 enemies, the Level Check and the Baldanders. Baldanders is the ring-type enemy. Level Check does what, like, some of those other level-type enemies did, where they basically do a search on you, they find your level, and then they'll try to hit you with the appropriate blue magic, like level 2 ult, level 3 flare, level 4 quarter, level 5 death. But it is susceptible to the level 3 flare, so... yeah, every enemy in this section other than the grenade is susceptible to level 3 flare. So, here we go. So like this entire group of enemies here, level 3 flare, hit them all. So level check right there. 5 plus 4, 9. 9 is divisible by 3, so we can do a lot of damage to them with level 3 flare. Like I said, it's real cheap too, because it has that restriction. But so many enemies have multiples of 3 in you know, the third world in the end game that even Bahamut, the king of dragons, are susceptible to it. High encounter rate. Boo! Alright, and this will take us out of this area here. And we're going to end up in the Mirage Town. So remember that door we couldn't go into in Mirage? That's because it was still in the Rift. So yeah, but if we look around Mirage, everybody is frozen in the Rift here. Yeah, you can't talk with anybody. You can't, you know, like, buy anything from the shops. You can't use the inn. However, you can use this healing pot here. So yeah, nice free heal. So, which should be good because we got another area coming up here. Now remember, the Mirage Town was in a forest. So fittingly, when we leave Mirage Town here, and that guy's in the way so you couldn't get the thief knife, we're going to end up in another forest area, similar to the Forest of Moor. So, yeah, you're seeing the mishmash dungeons, so this one's, of course, is annoying. It has that gimmick with the Forest of Moor where you can't see everything ahead of you, so there's a lot of treasures you can miss here, so the four fellows there, level 3 flare, take them out. So 3 enemies in this area, 2 of them are susceptible to level 3 flare, so these guys have a Lilith Rod steel. I thought it might be the only way you can get a Lilith Rod, but then I was checking the treasure here, and there's actually a Lilith Rod in here, so we don't have to steal a Lilith Rod to get that treasure. It'll be in one of the treasure chests in here, so. But all the treasure chests are pretty well hidden, so. Moss Fungus is here, level 3 flare again. So, level 48, 4 plus 8, 12. 12 is divisible by 3. So we're gonna set those mushrooms on fire. Although I think in most Final Fantasy games, flare is considered non-elemental. I think it would be a, you know, a fire spell, but I think in most Final Fantasies it's considered non-elemental. So, I guess because some enemies have resistances to fire, and I guess they didn't want the ultimate black magic to, you know, fizzle out against some enemies, so. And here's the last enemy, the White Flame. Unfortunately, they are not a multiple of 3, so yeah, 4 plus 9, 13, doesn't work. So we can't use the level 3 flare on them. They kind of have high evasion though, so if you have a character with like aim, it's pretty good to use it on them, so. Got Faris there, you see Krile missed. I mean, axes are kind of inaccurate anyway, but at her level, she should be, you know, able to hit, but just to be safe. Well, Knock Silly's a bad ability. That basically does damage to you and confuses you, so it basically knocks you silly. Alright, let's finish off this fungus. Why was the mushroom invited to the party? Because he was a fun guy! That's a silly dad joke. A ribbon, ultimate headgear protection, but only for dancers. So, or someone who has the equip ribbon ability. Which doesn't just allow you to equip ribbons, but apparently also allows you to equip other dancer exclusive equipment, like the red dress, the red slippers, and those increase the chance of you using your sword dance when you dance. Sword dance is the dance that makes you do 4 times the damage that you do with a normal attack. These woods are so peaceful, why don't you rest here? For all eternity! So we have this lady with a big green ball. So yep, so the sprite looks like that. Now this lady, she's kind of annoying if you're a spellcaster. She casts Wall on herself, and then she's gonna just basically bounce spells off of herself. So she'll cast like Bio, Venom, Old, Stop on herself in an attempt to bounce it back onto you. So it's tough to hit her with spells because she has the wall up. However, whatchamacallit, she has pretty weak physical defense, so we're gonna cut right through her with chicken knife and the Artemis bow there that Faris is, or the Yoichi bow that Faris is using. So she'll occasionally counter your attacks whenever you deal damage to her with the drain spell, but we really out damaged her. You know, her drain was only doing like 300, and we're doing thousands of damage when we hit her, so. Plus she used drain on Krile, and Krile has the zombie mail on, the bone mail, and that just reverses, and that's why she took damage and Krile gained hit points back. Now I end up in an area that's kind of like Istery Falls, the last tablet dungeon. So, want to be very careful in this area, because down at the bottom there's an optional super boss. There's a great dragon. We can use level 3 flare on him. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 is divisible by 3. So, but he won't last that long. Chicken Knife's taken off like 7,000 hit points on him. So yeah, basically 70% of his health right there. So, ouch. Luckily though, there's a save point coming up really quick. So before you like run into Omega, you can save the game. So if you accidentally run into him, you're not basically up the river without a paddle. You know, up the creek without a paddle. So there's a hidden passageway there behind that waterfall. We can pick up an angel ring. And we're just gonna... Omega's that robot over there. We're gonna take the stream down and run over to the left to get to this save point. We're gonna make our save, and this will pick up in our next episode, where we will not be fighting Omega, because that would be really, really bad. Take care, have a good one, see you next time, bye!